GE2025 is over, and our TikTok newsfeed is, once again, finally filled with Uncle Raymond dancing, and of course, day in the life of a very pretty corporate woman who seems to do nothing but prepare coffee the whole day. And here's the thing, after it was over, even Pritam Singh himself didn't know if he will still be the leader of the opposition again. You see, it's because this position is, well, not something that is in the law. There isn't anything mentioned about the leader of the opposition in the Parliamentary Election Act, nor is it in the Constitution. It's like me saying that I'm Tsai Ing-wen's husband, but I do not have the marriage cert to prove that. Instead, this is just a position formally designated by the government back in 2020, after Workers' Party won yet another GRC and held 10 seats, the highest so far then. So technically speaking, in the last 5 years, Pritam Singh could be kicked out and there's no law to protect him since there's no law about the law. Yeah, that means even MOM or NTUC cannot help him. This is why a day after the results were announced, PM1 announced officially that Pritam Singh will continue as the leader of the opposition. Because remember, the government will decide whether there's a leader of the opposition or not the law. Just so you know, NCMP is in the law, which is in Section 52 and Section 53 of the Parliamentary Elections Act, and Article 39 of the Singapore Constitution. While NMP is also in the law, which is in Article 39 of the Singapore Constitution. Leader of the opposition just appears in mothership articles. So now that you know the leader of the opposition still exists, and why it exists, here's the burning question. What does he really do? Firstly, the leader of the opposition has doubled the allowance of an elected MP. Currently, the monthly MP allowance is $13,500, so he should get about $27,000 a month. Now, I know some of us are confused because it seems like you are reading that MPs are getting $16,000 per month instead. It's because there's a usual 1 month annual variable component. So both $13,500 or $16,000 a month is correct, depending on whether you add the AVC in or not. Now, adding on, all elected MPs will also receive $1,300 to hire a legislative assistant and $500 for secretarial assistant every month. These people kind of help the MPs to do their paperwork and research, and with that amount, you know that it's on a part-time basis. For the leader of the opposition, he can engage 3 more legislative assistants. In addition, he will have an office in Parliament House and can use his meeting room. But with higher allowance, more manpower, and an office space, does he do more things? Well, yeah, he has to attend many court. Sorry, not related. Sorry, I'm confused. I see him in court so often. I thought he has signed on to be a court officer. Sorry. Yes, he has more things to do. For a start, in Parliament, he will lead the opposition in presenting alternative views in parliamentary debates on policies, bills, and motions. There's only one opposition party in Parliament now, so basically, he will lead WP to provide alternative views. Secondly, he will lead and organize the scrutiny of government's positions and actions in Parliament. So basically, he's doing what he has always said he will be doing, checks and balance on the government. He will also be consulted on the appointment of opposition members to select committees, including standing select committees such as the Public Accounts Committee. What you might not know is that he will be called upon to take on other duties such as attending official state functions and taking part in visits and meetings alongside members of the government. Now, here's the thing, everything he does is purely just in Parliament, so he won't do anything pertaining to the Cabinet, which is the branch that executes policies. Just think of Parliament as the branch creating policies, although the exact word should be that they create laws. So the leader of the opposition look at laws and don't look at why your neighbor's cats are screaming so loud at 3 AM. In Parliament, he will also have several privileges, like getting to speak longer in Parliament, just like political office holders. He'll be given the right of first response among MPs, which is why you're always seeing him talking in Parliament, even when you look at the right. Also, what you might not know is that in addition to the government data or information available to other MPs, the leader of the opposition will also receive confidential briefings by the government on select matters of national security and external relations, and in the event of a national crisis or emergency. Now, here's the thing, it's mentioned specifically that the role of leader of the opposition will evolve. So while these are the standards so far, it might change. After all, it's not in the law. So if there's a need for a change, you can just change. So 2 years later, this video might not be relevant. Anyways, if you want to know more about the NCMP scheme instead, watch this to the end. And thank you for spending almost 4 minutes with me. I really appreciate it.